welcome to JDStone Creations. My name is Johnny and this is the Hammond XB-1 by Hammond Suzuki. When Suzuki decided, hey, you're not making any money, so we're going to take over you and make you make some money. 40s, 50s and 60s they came up and they made the amazing big B3 and C3 organs and stuff, and then in the 70s they kind of made the X5 and stuff, which are still analogue but portable-ish. They weighed like 90 kilos and it had a handle across the front so that 3 people could lift it, which is an improvement over nobody. But then we get to the 90s and we have things like the XB-1, which, strangely enough, the XB-1 came second after the XB-2. Go figure. But yeah, I've had this for a few months and it's basically been through a bit of a restoration. I've put the obligatory red felt on it. It's had completely refurbished sides, which just feel all lovely, and rather than just a bit of stain and then they've gone, that was fine. These have been stripped back, stained a nice red, and then properly hard lacquered, so they're just really sturdy and lovely feeling. Rounded edges as well. Didn't have that when it came. Other things include lots of lubricants and things going into all of the sliders so that they all operate nicely. I'm going to bring you in close to listen to that. Budgies, shut up. They're just nice. And I did have to spend a good day cleaning this. And I don't mean a good day as in, a good day. I mean, it took a whole day to clean a keyboard. It clearly hadn't been cleaned in its entire 20-something year life. I believe these were made in 97, 98, something like that. I am guessing from research that I think I did 3 months ago. Now, it's worth saying, I am not an organ player. They do still sound pretty damn awesome, even if you are crap. Now, I'm not going to do the novice thing of just going, here's all the drawbars, and then... Although, that did just sound absolutely awesome. Turn the volume down just a tad and then we'll bring it up here. So, let's go through, let's go back to this default setting, which is called purple. I wonder what band and what noise that's covering. Maybe it's by a certain, I don't know, Emerson, Lake and Palmer? No, it isn't. It is Deep Purple's noise, it is John Lord's noise, so you can't not just go, no, wrong. I still managed to get Smoke on the Water wrong. Or is it? No, it's definitely... So yeah, there you go, that's that noise, which does present a bit of a problem for me, which is, that's the only noise that I actually want to play on this, which is the Deep Purple. I just want to play that noise, that's it. So, you know, it's a bit of a waste me having this, which is why I'm doing this little review sort of thing in a bit of a rush, because actually I'm hoping that I'm going to be selling this to Dak Roseburn Project Singer's dad. Because that way, technically we get to sort of keep it. And if we do record music, and I hope we do, this gets to be on it. Instead of me just buying it and selling it and going, bye-bye, it gets to go to him, and then every now and again I go, hello again. So, marvellous. Right, so let's go through drawbars, I guess. So, let's move the camera from there to over here. Smooth transition, Johnny, well done. So, we've got the drawbars over here, we've only got one set of drawbars. However, you press the lower button there, I believe that's in shot. Yes, good. And then the screen says LM on it, which means lower manual. So now these control the lower manual. So if we split that, we've now currently only got these two on. Oh, by the way, it is represented on the screen over here as well. Ta-da! See, two manuals, and if I move that one, I didn't mean two manuals, I meant two drawbars. There we go, I've moved one and it's three, and if I put the top one up to a half, there you go, you can see that as well. So, that's enough demonstration of the screen. Basically, I've now... Whereas if I didn't have the split... So, that's your way of controlling the two different manuals. Now, it must be said, most of the nice sort of sound that you hear, it must be said, it's done by that knob there. That says Overdrive. See what I mean? The overdrive is the thing. You just leave it on maximum. It sounds best. The other little thing is this reverb knob. Now, this is quite an interesting one because you can go into the settings, which are all accessed via the buttons over here. There are all sorts of different settings that you can go into the menu. It's a proper 1990s synth where once you do actually press the edit button, you edit to select parameters. So, okay, so we've got the name, we've got the percussion presets, and we've got the Leslian system. So, but it gets fantastically in depth because you don't just sort of go, oh right, we want the Leslie speed or something. You can, I think I'm right in saying that you can select how far the microphone is from the Leslie speaker that is simulated. See? Animation by Digital Leslie. Digital Leslie is Virtual Jeff's cousin. And yeah, just the fantastic editing you can actually go into. Sorry, let's go into System and see what it does. There we go, we've got Master Tune, and then I think we've got Page here, so we can go there. We've got Tune Mode B3 pitch, so I believe... I don't know what E-temper is. We've got transpose, we've got volumes for all of them, we've got foot switches that you can select, we've got MIDI channels for each of the three manuals, we've got expression pedals, more MIDI, foot switches. It looks like it does 16, oh no, not 18, 20, 20, lots of different channels, okay. Memory dump, yep, so you can save shit just in case the battery inside here does die. Luckily, this one seems fine. Preset copies and things, so there's all sorts of stuff. We're just in the system demo. So if I go to the Leslie demo, we've got the slow speeds. You can change what the slow speed is, and the slow speed 2, which I believe, we've got the horn and the bass rotor, and then we've got the fast speed and the bass rotor, and then how long it takes to rise, and then the fall time, and then the break time, and then we've got the rotor volume, so you can make it so it gets louder when you put the rotor on, and then we've got the mic angle and the distance. There we go, so there's the two things that I was on about. So yeah, I'm not going to get into that, because to be honest, I just want to play the Deep Purple noise and then go to bed. So we'll go to the 16-foot pipe, I believe. Oh, and of course we've got percussion on here as well, which we've got a second and a third, and you can have fast and soft percussion. So they all changed the noise in very, very subtle kind of ways. You couldn't actually see where I was pressing the keys. Sod it, I don't care. Come on, we'll zoom out that far. Might as well, might as well. Now the reason that I keep these on all the time is because when you've got it on full overdrive mode with those down, it just sounds a bit more grungy with them on. Have a listen to this. And then turn them off. There's just a little bit of extra grunge there, so yeah, I keep them on all the time. But we are now going to do the thing that I started doing, which was testing the drawbars. God damn it, budgies. Shut up. My God, it worked. Anyway, here's some noise. That's the thing that I did notice. For some reason, drawbar number 1, it's not that it doesn't work. It just doesn't work when the percussion is on. So the second and third percussion basically just makes it disappear. Don't know why, but that's just a thing. I'm sure some Hammond expert in the comments will tell me, because as the internet already knows, the internet is the way all information happens, and no one has to research anything because someone already knows. And they will comment and I don't have to think about a single thing. So, good God, budgies. Yes, I know. Right, let's go through just very, very briefly all of them separately. So if you're wondering where the depth from a Hammond comes from, it's because you've literally got 3 octaves and then a fifth on that. That's why everything on a Hammond organ sounds good when you play it a power chord, because it's already playing 5 power chords there. The change in pitch there just really, really fooled me. My god, that's really confusing. So essentially you've got these 5 that all play different octaves. So if you put the distortion back on, especially if you get rid of pack number 1 there and you put the percussion back on, once you play the power chords it sounds quite full. However, it's missing essentially the second half of a power chord without having to add it. Even if I get rid of that one, and this is going exactly back to that Deep Purple noise, if I add the 2 2/3, which is that, and then if I add the 5 1/3, which is the power chord to that one actually, so there you go, you've literally got that one, that one, that one, that one, and that. So it's just big. And then, of course, we've got the Leslie. Now, the Leslie, when you turn it off, it sounds like that. Keep it on. It sounds better. I suppose if you're wanting a slightly more sort of kind of modern sound, then yes, keep it off. But then again, if you want a modern sound, the hell are you using a Hammond for? Go and buy a synthesizer. Or a guitar. So that leaves me basically with, I guess, oh, I suppose I can demonstrate the chorus as well. If I turn the Leslie off, so oddly enough, the chorus only works when you have that one on. Okay. That's literally all that's good for. Or I suppose you could do the... Yeah, because that's not a waste of 400 odd pounds of resources of this thing, is it? Oh, of course, we've got the Leslie Speed, which I suppose is best demonstrated with the distortion, oh sorry, overdrive off. See, if you listen there, you've got the bass one, which is more the wob 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 wob, which is quite slower, and then you've got the small horn, treble horn. You've got the bass horn and the treble horn, which are spinning independently, exactly like a real Hammond Leslie does. Hammond Leslie, they're different companies, whatever. And you can hear it that when I press this to make it go slow again, you will hear the fast one, which goes la 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 la. It goes quite quickly to slow down because it was a much lighter spinning cone. The bass one, however, whacking great thing at the bottom, so that took a bit more slowing down. There you go, so that took literally all of that time of pressing that chord to slow it down. And then with the distortion, so there you go, that is a... Oh, wait, one more thing. Next to the master knob, we have the reverb, which does make quite a big difference, and it's a very nice... I don't know, it doesn't sound like an ambient reverb, it's one that really gets sort of involved in the sound. I don't know whether it would be a spring reverb activated in the organ and then sent out to the Leslie, or whether it would be a reverb. I think it's that. I think it's organ, then reverb, then overdrive, which would make perfect sense as to the order of which the knobs are in. As you can see, we have a bit on there. So that's without it, and we go back to about a quarter. We go to half. That's the point. This isn't velocity sensitive. You can get organs on keyboards and things that are velocity sensitive. Means that you don't need an expression pedal, which you do for this. You also need a foot switch so that you don't have to keep going. Can you tell that I've got good at that in the 3 months that I've learned at this? Oh, I'm going to love borrowing this back every now and again. Let's put the reverb up to full. What was that John Lord solo in the I think it was in I think it was in G, and I can't remember the exact notes of it, but I know that when he played it live, he did it with one hand. I can't be bothered doing it with one hand, but it was... I don't know, I've only heard it like once, so... Oh, it had that thing where he goes... John Lord was a better player than me, go figure. So, to be honest, that's basically it. There is also the presets on the front, which allows you to basically just go, do you know what? I don't want the Deep Purple noise, I want one called Jimmy. That has no Leslie, that's just your chorus and stuff. And then we've got another one here which is called Groove. No, I've still defaulted to F. I'm in an F mood today, I guess. I'm sure someone can take that and make it dirty, but I don't care. Can you guess which one the Deep Purple one is? Oh yeah, and it does church organ noises as well. Not quite like big cathedral organ, but just, you know. You know, church organs that you would never play like that. Yeah, but the great thing is, you don't just have presets from 1 to 8, you also have banks from A to H, effectively 1 to 8. So you actually have an 8x8 matrix of presets, meaning you've got 64 organ presets, which you can then edit, you can then put in all of your different sounds, and they're all configurable and all savable. So, I mean, 64 organ noises, it's difficult to think sort of that you can even have. I like the way this one's just called Keith. No, I can't remember Torcus, but that's the Keith Emerson sound, so... I don't do this thing justice. And there probably aren't that many modern players that do. All I can say is I hope that Simon, who I really do hope buys this thing, because I'm really hoping to buy a new synthesizer for the bottom of this thing. Oi, budgies, I'm in a talking bit. Shh. I hope that he does it more justice than I do. Because 450 quid, plus the case, maybe 500 in total, will go a lot further than just an organ, if I get my way with it. going to sign off. So, thank you for watching. I will see you in some more videos soon, so please do subscribe and do all that stuff, the liking thing, and do share it as well. I've got Facebook page, I've got Instagram. I actually post more on Instagram than I do on YouTube. There's going to be more coming soon, because I'm hopefully in a little bit of a kind of revamp of YouTube and things. Subscribe, and I'll see you soon. As always, stay creative. Oh yeah, and that outro's, that's not going anywhere, I'm keeping that. Hello and welcome to JDStone Radio. I have a cold. Oh wait, I need to blow my nose first.